Hi there, it's Anne again. I'm in the mood to draw, so I'm heading into the studio to do just that. If you feel like watching, come along. Okay, here we go. I don't know how much of this we're going to get to, but I'm going to show you part of my process for drawing at least. Most important thing, my shavings bin, that's always close at hand. And here's my other equipment. I do use a mechanical pencil for things. For some parts of it, the initial drawing for sure, and for some of the finer lines. Controversial, but I use it. I've got an assortment of pencils, different hardnesses. Tombow eraser for getting into the tight spots. A kneaded eraser, always my favorite kind. Pencil sharpener, gotta have one of those on hand. And these are stomps. I use them for blending, we'll get into that in a while. And those are all made a mess on my initial sketch. But here's what I'm going to be working on today. Now, I am going to start. This is a little bit different too, but I'm going to start on the eyes. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is putting an eye in there gives the portrait instant character, and then I have someone to talk to as I'm working. My other reason is there's always going to be a lot of dark shading in the eyes. That's where the darkest parts are in the portrait. And I don't want to be leaning in to work on that over things I've already drawn and be smudging my previous work. Because as soon as you've got pencil down over quite a large area of the drawing, smudging becomes a real problem. Now, I do have some things that I do to try and help with that, and one of them is coming out right away. You can see I add the highlight touches. At this point, I don't come back in and lift out the highlights later. I try to draw around them. Okay, now before I go too much further, what I'm going to do is bring in my anti-smudge device. It's as simple as a piece of paper, but it quite definitely helps. Okay, now here's my stomp, and you can see how I can instantly shape and blend with that. And that would be my phone interrupting. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. I fixed my phone problem. I hope you can see some of what's going on here. I'm well aware of the fact that I tend to lean in and block the image. This one eyelash got way away from me. I'm just going to go in there and shorten it up. Easy as that. Those who use stumps can tell mine's well loved. I use them until they fall apart completely. If you don't use them, it's actually just a piece of rolled paper. And when pushed, you can do just that, roll up a piece of paper. I did it a couple of weekends ago. I was sitting at an art show, manning the desk, and wanted to doodle, and realized I didn't have much in the way of equipment. In fact, paper and pencil was it. So when I wanted a stump to blend, I rolled up a piece of tissue paper and it worked just fine. I do use the stump a lot to give me shape as well as a blending tool. I really like them. What I really don't like is the shape I have going on that nose, so we'll just fix that up a little bit. That looks better. We need a little more darkness over here, and the same under here. Both hands work. There we go. There. You can see this is just a fairly quick drawing, but we're going to get the gist of him. Okay, I'm going in with the mechanical pencil here, because I like the fact that it's a consistent line. And it's going to do a beautiful job on that little eyebrow. There we go. Okay, now how about this tongue? I think I'm going to start, just to give myself an idea of where I'm going. And I want a fairly soft pencil to go in here. Yeah, 4B will do it. I'm going to, you can see I hold my pencil and use the width of the lead. That's a personal thing, and it gives me enough graphite on the paper to blend that out. And give him a little tongue. That's bothering me because it doesn't look quite right. There we go. Okay. You can see how smooth a blend you can get with this thing. And that's what it's all about. Okay, the side of his chin is all in shadow. This is down here. There. I think we're getting somewhere. I do want to give him a little bit of shape under there. There. Better. I guess the one thing I didn't show you that I have sitting here as I'm working is the inspiration photo, and believe me, I've got that right beside me, and I refer to it often as I'm drawing, checking out where the darker sections are. Now, I am not going to put in every strand of hair here. And the biggest reason for that is because I want the emphasis to be on that little tongue. This is one of my favorite things when drawing hair. Is to come in and blend like that. Okay, he's starting to look like something, I think. I feel like he needs to be darker under there. Better. Okay. Now his clothing here, it would be easy to get very detailed on it, but that's not where the emphasis is supposed to be. So what I'm going to do, hopefully I'm not pushing this out of the picture. Now I'm going to give him some shading under his chin, a hint of some folds in his shirt, and that's about it. Because I don't want the complexity of his shirt to become what the image is about. Work on blending it out. Yes, I made a mess up there, and I will come back with the eraser and fix that in just a minute. Now, I'm guessing you can tell that it would be easy to sit here and mess and refine and change. And indeed, that's part of the fun, but I'm not going to do that to you today. Trying to keep it fairly simple. What I would like you to take away from this is that it's far from being rocket science to draw faces. Find an image that appeals to you and try it out. The biggest secret when you start is to make sure that you're looking at the image and drawing what you see rather than what your head tells you you should be seeing. I didn't draw a nose. It's got sort of a couple of lines and that's it. The rest of it's just done with shading. But you see a nose. And that's the best way to draw. Forget thinking about, okay, does this here and does that there? I can tell you what, that shouldn't be there. That happens when you're getting overly confident. We will just do away with that and put hair in the entire area. Nobody has an ear coming out above their eyebrow level. Not a thing. But you know what? Pencil. Best place to start this sort of project, because when you do things like that, we have erasers. Far simpler than messing with paint. This is just the best way to start getting familiar with faces. And it's a lot of fun. You can sit on the couch, curled up and comfortable, and do this. You don't need to be set up fancy at all. You can see I'm still messing and adjusting. But hopefully you get the idea. And hopefully somebody's brave enough to try it. Trust me, it's fun. I'm going to leave it there for now. I hope you enjoyed this. I forgot the important part. There, I'm done. And there he is. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll be back again soon. Bye for now. And that was it. That's how I approach drawing. That's not how any expert's going to tell you. It's just what I do. And when it comes right down to it, you do what works for you. I hope I've inspired somebody to get out there and draw. It is just the most relaxing thing. You can do it anywhere. All you need is a sketchbook and a mechanical pencil and you're set. So with that, please give drawing a try. Don't say you can't do it. Of course you can. Now, I'd like to thank all of you. Denny and I love each and every one of you. Please like, subscribe, leave us a comment. All of those things help us out. Thank you, and I'll see you again next time.